The meditation has become the need of the day, especially after this corona crisis. Almost 25% of the world population is suffering from some of the mental elements, either stress, depression, suicidal tendency, and it is increasing every day. We don't have the current data, but the suicide rate had increased, and about 20 crores people in our neighboring country, India, has become unemployed. That's a big number, 20 crore. Huh? They don't have job. So how they will survive? That's a big question. So crime will increase, domestic violence will increase, and it is a global problem, everywhere except one or two, except few countries. In every country this is a problem. So now we have to find out a global solution of that. So one thing, the immediate remedy is people should learn to lower down their stress level and their depression, and they should learn to live in little minimum, no? Because the income of the most of the people, majority of the people, has decreased. So they have to learn to live happily. They have to cut down the luxury, some item which was for entertainment, no? So for that, meditation is a tool, very powerful tool. So meditation has become now a need. It is no more a choice. It has become a need. And it is not, meditation practitioner is saying, it's a finding of most of the university, medical university, which has done research on this, no? Harvard University, Johns Hopkins University, University of California, they have done a lot of research in last year that do the really meditation helps people in reducing stress and other. So their finding is very encouraging. They said that even recovery period, even after corona, the people who practice meditation and yoga, the recovery period is fast, and even if they are affected by corona, they don't have to go on life supporting machines, no? So they recover fast, and they remain psychologically centered. They don't get panic, no? So that is the finding of, I have the data from many university, John Hopkins has done a research, then University of California, MIT, Harvard University, they all have done research on this, and they have found that yoga and meditation, pranayama, is helpful to cope with the coronavirus, even with coronavirus, no? Not only mental disease, but even with coronavirus. They said that 52% of yoga and meditation practitioners reduce their post-traumatic stress disorder. So there are a lot of medical findings also which supports that now meditation should become a universal religion. Meditation is a pure science, no? So it is not associated with Hinduism or Buddhism only. It is a pure science. So it should be accepted as yoga has been accepted by all over the world. The yoga is for the health, and meditation is for the mental health, for physical health and mental health. There is two problems which is increased in the world with the advancement of economical activity and also the education, and people have started living in the big cities, urbanization. So there is a two problem. One is physical constipation has increased all over the world. Another is mental diarrhea. Physical constipation and mental diarrhea. No? People think all the time unnecessary things. They all the time worried for things which have happened in the past, or their mind is not quiet. No? So for both, for physical constipation, yoga is helpful, or for mental diarrhea, the meditation is very helpful. So now it has to become universal. And that's why I'm trying to convince people that as we have Yoga Day, as we have Labor Day in United Nations, and worldwide we have different days, Father Day, Paryavaran Day, we have different days. So we should allot a day for meditation, World Meditation Day. And for that, Buddha Purnima is the best day, because Buddha believes in meditation. He don't believe in any God. So it can become very spiritual and not attached with any religion. So Buddha became enlightened by not worshipping any God, just by doing meditation. So meditation is a pure science of the soul, and people should accept it as a tool for mental health. There have been many research has gone done in America. Actually, Mahesh Yogi did a wonderful job to promote meditation in America, transcendental meditation. And he did a lot of experiment. There is a very famous experiment which is called Washington effect. In Washington in 1993, perhaps 1993, Mahesh Yogi arranged 4,000 transcendental meditation practitioners for about 57 days. They were given support by Washington municipality and my local government, and the 4,000 meditators were meditating for about 2 months, about 57 days, in a confined place, and they were supported, logistic support was given by the local authority, just to examine what Mahesh Yogi was saying, that if people meditate, even the crime rate will decrease, even the road accident will decrease. And it was found true that 57 days of about 12-hour meditation, they were doing 4,000 meditators were doing almost for 12 hours of meditation. And it is recorded thing that overall crime rate decreased in Washington city and in that area by 33%, 1/3. Even road accident. And people who were suffering for it was also very surprising that overall hypertension, which is a common disease these days, people have high blood pressure. So 5 mercury down hypertension for everybody who are living in that region. So it proved, and it has been done again in America, 2, 3 times they have done this experiment, and it has been found that the crime rate, suicidal rates, during winter season when there is snowfall, the crime decrease because people are confined in their home. So they found that even they did all experiment in the summer, because in the winter generally the crime rate decreased because of the weather. So we did all this experiment in summer, and it was found that 1/3 of crime, road accidents, suicide, mass shooting, which is a common problem in America, all crime decreased by 1/3. So it is scientifically proved Because we are connected in collective consciousness, collective unconsciousness also, and collective superconsciousness also. We have we are one, we are collected. So if one person becomes meditative, it affects others also. And when the group of people meditate together, it affects the whole society. That's why Osho went to America. The original idea was to create a city of 100,000 people, and their main objective was that they will meditate together, they will pray, they will live together. So Bhagwan's idea was that if 100,000 people meditate, then that effect will be felt all over the America. And it is not only Osho, almost all the seers had similar idea, like Mahesh Yogi. I told you about Mahesh Yogi. Gurdjieff, he used to say that same thing. He said that if there are 200 enlightened people in the world, there will be no third great war. Swami Vivekananda also had the same idea, that it is a good number of people are enlightened or becomes elevated, then spiritually elevated, that they will help world peace. And Bhagwan also said either we should have 200 enlightened people in the world, and enlightened also active enlightened, not arhat type, bodhisattva type, those who want to help others. So if we have 200 enlightened people who want to help the humanity, we can avoid the mass destruction, or 1% of the world population. The second option is if the 1% of the world population meditates regularly, that will also help to save this humanity and avoid the next world war, and lot of other crime will be also reduced. That was Bhagwan's vision also, that if 1% of the world population meditates. That's why I am trying to convince all the conscious people that we should have a World Meditation Day. And as yoga is India has proposed, and we have a 21st June as a yoga day, and it promotes yoga all over the world. Similarly, we should have a World Meditation Day at Buddha Purnima. Buddha Purnima is also birthday of Gorakhnath, who is a great teacher. No? So Buddha Purnima is the birthday of two meditation teachers, Buddha and Gorakhnath. And also the same day Buddha became enlightened, and same day he left his body. So it is 4 times more powerful. That day is 4 times more powerful than other day. So that's why I'm requesting to convince people that we should declare Buddha Purnima as a World Meditation Day. That will promote meditation, and that will reduce the problems of the world.